We come from a different place, a place where time is irrelevant.
Hello everybody, how's it going? How are you doing tonight? Welcome on in. It's World's End Club tonight. I don't know how many of you were present for last week's stream. But yeah. Hope you've all been having a good week. Good evening, Para. How's it going? I'm just woke up from a nap. Nice. I'm doing all right, thank you. You know, not too badly. I just got a new soda stream bottle for smaller drinks. Mostly so that I can use up the dribbles at the end of bottles for smaller things like the Cherry Pepsi Max. But yeah, it's going all right. Looking forward to a restful weekend, I think. Upgrades, yeah. It's dishwasher safe bottle as well, which the big ones aren't. But yeah, so we can get on with World's End Club tonight. I'm hoping that the storytelling will be a bit calmer than what it was last week, because like, boy, that was all over the place. Like so many swerves and misdirections and stuff. Yeah, I've got to get a bigger SD card for my got to get a bigger SD card for the Switch, because I had to make room for Pokemon. It was yeah, I mean, to be fair, the SD card has done me quite well. Like, it's what, nearly 5 years since launch, and it's only just filled up, so but yeah, it's definitely time to upgrade. But I've literally just downloaded Pokemon, so I have no knowledge about it yet. That's for review in next issue. Gallery has been unlocked. Oh, I'm lazying it up. If I want, if I'm gonna have a digital thing, I'm gonna have it all on one thing. So I'll probably soup up the SD card, get a bigger one. I don't know how big the one I've got is. Oh, good. You're the first person to speak.
Did you hear that rustling sound?
I did hear that rustling sound.
Maybe someone's there.
Yeah, let's go see.
Who could it be?
Right.
There's some rubble lying there. I mean, the way it's shiny, it doesn't look like rubble, but... There's a pachinko place, of course.
Hey, Rachel, what's the deal?
Unstoppable Ace, Big League Pitcher. Okay, he has an awakened ability. Press the buddy skill option when holding a stone or box. Aim the target line by moving the left stick in the side direction. Hurl the item with incredible force. Okay. So. Pick up item. Wham item at.
Hey, you.
Sure changes the meaning. Okay, fair enough. Very clever. Of course, that's the first one you'd aim for. What have we found? What's our reward for Papa phone booth? Okay. So let's have a look then. So everyone should have a buddy skill, I suppose. And then we have our sticker book. Cell Phone Junior's dad often poses as an actual phone booth. Traps unsuspecting phone booth users inside it and zaps them with electricity. Okay. All those unsuspecting... What's this? It looks like some kind of rubble sampler plate.
What do you mean? Right.
Right. I think we need to take some rubble and lob it at the girder. There we go. Easy peas.
Seriously though, Rachel, your powers are amazing.
He can throw rocks, Mal-chan.
I'm talking about how you can throw. Like when you threw that helmet in the amusement park.
Yeah, like nobody else could throw a hunk of metal that far.
How did you do that?
With his arms.
Doesn't look like Rachel can explain it himself.
Because he's not talking.
One of those I just did it without thinking type deals?
Are all the weird things happening somehow connected, you think?
Probably. Oh, it's the rustling.
Over there! That rustling sound again!
Yeah. Or, in some cases, the easily duped club.
Let's check it out. Could it be?
There's a box above his head. Ah. So we need to find a way to get the box. Truth, yeah. What's this weird box?
You okay?
Bet you could throw a box. Bet I could. I bet I've thrown that box too far. Good job there's another box really, isn't it? That would have been an embarrassing way to fail out. What is all this stuff? You got much planned for the weekend, Para?
What is that?
Okay, that's an actual monster.
It's the thing you use when you clog up a toilet! A plunger!
A plunger?
Nah, it looks like a flower to me.
Yeah.
But normally flowers don't have eyes!
Well, neither do plungers.
Pochi's spitting the straight facts.
Anyway, Rachel, do something!
I would imagine the thing that we're going to do is wallop it in the eye.
Mm-hmm. La 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 la.
Keep taking out these plungers. Yes, plungers. Okay. Do you know what? Let's take one of these with us, just in case. No big plans. Can try and chill out a bit, catch up on rest. That's good. I don't have many plans. May see if I can briefly drop in on the family. Really? Come on. But I can't stay like I would normally do. That does not give you, does not give you a lot of time to react to that.
Hey, look over there! Why didn't we think of that earlier? Right, we can, like, call the police for help or something.
Yeah, because I'm sure they're around. Who are you going to telephone?
It's no
Ghost
good.
destroyers.
No dial tone.
Well, really, what were you expecting?
Yeah, it looks like power's out across the whole town.
No.
So we can't watch TV to see what's going on either.
What it does mean is there will be no alarm if you break into one of those vending machines.
What happened here anyway? Those giant plants are a mystery too.
Could it be that pollution made the plant's DHA mutate or something?
DHA?
It's not DHA, it's DNA.
Huh?
Anyway, our only option is to find some people.
So far, Pochi is the goodest of boys.
Now I'm ticked off! Hey! I know you're there! Show yourself!
Better grab some rocks, because you don't know when you're going to get attacked. throw this to... Oh.
You can't.
But he can push it. Oh, for God's sake. Don't turn around. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping that he remains a good one.
I lost him again! Seriously, what's up with that rustling?
It's crazy how there isn't anybody around.
I think the rustling at this point is Mao-chan doing whatever he's doing there.
Besides that rustling, you mean?
Hey, look everyone! Mangoes!
Yeah, you think they're going to be safe to eat after what you've seen the vegetation do around here?
Huh?
Miyazaki and Okinawa are famous for mangoes, but Kagoshima grows lots too. Mangoes are in the Mangifera genus, and they're related to cashews.
Okay.
That's why people with Mangifera allergies get itchy mouths when they eat
Remember
them.
to pick the ice first. I like it.
Some people even pass out.
Oh, really?
Seriously, Mo-chan, all you ever do is think about food.
Anyway, let's find out what that rustling is. It must be close by.
Giant mutated mango.
This time I'm gonna find out who it is.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Come on, Mo-chan, let's go.
Wait, just give me a second. What's that smell? It's definitely not mango, but it smells great.
Yeah, I think...
Smell. It has to be.
Hey, what are you waiting around for? We're gonna leave you behind.
Any different dialogue on the second try?
Come on, Mo-chan.
Wait,
No.
Hey, we're gonna leave.
Okay, well, at least we have given him a talking to, if that makes a difference. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay.
The rustling sound from before stopped.
And there's still nobody around.
This is totally crazy. It's insane. Why isn't anybody around?
Why not indeed?
You just figured that out?
And there's giant plants shaped like plungers. Some, really terrible thing must have happened.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what Jennu said.
Maybe it's because of that meteor we saw from the bus.
Maybe. Yeah, I've been thinking that. And the strange thing we saw in the sky, too.
Yeah, it's not quite normal, is it, guys?
Oh, so you two saw it too? I thought I was hallucinating.
Yeah, I saw it for sure. Mo-chan, you saw... Huh? Wait, where's Mo-chan?
Disappeared! Mo-chan is
He
gone!
probably just wandered off.
Right! Let's find him!
It's gonna get dark soon. We have to find Mochan quick.
Right then. Rescue mission time. You would think.
Here! I bet he took the wrong path here.
Let's go see.
I bet they don't know the title of the video game they're in. Didn't read the script, you see. The most reluctant rescue mission, yeah. God. It's just like all of those times we healed Diana. Electro Ranger Green. It's a rare sticker. Cool.
Whoa. What is it this time?
Oh. Did that deal with our problem?
Maybe scallops?
Scallops aren't that spiky. Besides, this isn't the ocean, you know.
Rachel, take care of it!
Vanilla does not seem to be able to identify things. Oh, we've got to feed it. Oh, these neatly stacked cars are useful. She's definitely a weird one. Oh look, that's the big X in the sky. Platforming here feels a bit, interesting. No, it wasn't Mochan. Tubby custard. Bitch, that's the Tubby custard machine. One of my favourite Tumblr posts ever.
I can't think of any other road but this. Hi! I think I hear Mochan's stomach grumbling. Oh, Mochan. What are you doing there?
Was Mochan always that lurid and colorful?
It appears to be made of crayon.
No, he's softer and more pastel-y than that. Like, what's with that super gross deep-sea tropical fishy thing?
Well, we at least know it's not a fish.
A dog! That thing is a dog?
It's time for away running.
Well, that's one thing figured out.
What?
That thing that was rustling around
Does appear to.
was this.
Like,
And it got angry because we kept following it.
Right. Sorry, Mr. Doggy. I thought you were someone else. I'm vanilla. I'm not made of ice cream, you know. I taste really bad, I swear.
Wait!
okay. So we got some running away to do here. Oh! It appears to be getting bigger. Can I mango at it? that didn't do a lot. Doggy no like tubby custard. Doggy appeared to be a bit, Oh. Doggy appeared to be bigger than, finding tubby custard problematic. I was clear past that. Yeah, this feels mechanically a bit, interesting, we'll say.
What do we do? We can't go any further.
Yeah, janky is definitely, a term you could use.
You guys, do something.
Do something.
Especially you, Pochi. You look like a dog. Don't you understand dog lingo?
Vanilla.
Don't be insane.
What?
Uh-oh! At this rate, we're all going to...
Can you tell us how you got up there?
Let's run for it! No, I need to go and get help!
Oh, Mochan, you're such a little chicken.
Yes, correct.
A hero is someone that saves his friends, no matter how dangerous it is.
I'm...
Oh. Okay. What? What?
What was that?
Why didn't it just try to eat the fleshy ones?
Are you okay?
Are you hurt?
No, it looks like I'm okay.
That was some A-class anime bullshit. I was gonna say that's
Didn't you get bit?
that's definitely some anime bullshit.
Yeah, I did.
But you're...
Not hurt?
Nope.
Why?
Because he turned to stone right in front of you.
How?
Beats me. You don't have to thank me.
Mochan's M stands for macho.
For sure. You are such a hero, Mochan.
Redemption.
So what were you doing here, Mochan?
Well,
Eating.
I caught the scent of this and came to get it.
A peach?
It's unusual to find peaches in Kagoshima. It's gotta be good luck.
Maybe? Like, so far the powers seem to have become apparent when they're in grave danger.
No, peaches are famous for being good luck charms.
I did not know that.
Like the story of Son Goku stealing peaches from heaven and eating them so we could live a long life.
Yes. That Goku.
And at the Seimei Shrine in Kyoto, there's a monument in the shape of a peach.
Is this
Basically,
secretly...
peaches are the fruit of luck.
Is this secretly like an advert for Japanese tourism?
With this, we'll be able to get back to Tokyo for sure.
Jeez, Mo-chan.
Well, if it's such a good luck charm, don't bloody eat it.
Just what is going on?
Yeah. I mean, like, do you think we'll get to go, like, later in the year?
That
I'm just not
monster
sure
thing.
anymore.
Creepy dog.
Like, I'm still thinking it might end up being next year.
So that means
Everyone else saw them too?
Yeah.
Maybe they got sprinkled with harmful chemicals and mutated.
Could be.
while we were sleeping?
Is it possible for mutations to happen in such a short period of time?
Well, it doesn't look like a short period of time. The place has become overgrown. Like, nature is reclaiming this city.
Anyone else have something to report?
Well, we didn't see a single train.
Seems there's no power in the whole area. The buses have been abandoned too.
Still don't feel comfortable travelling on UK trains. Well, I mean, you know, the last time I did that, I ended up getting COVID, so...
Phones aren't working, and there's nothing coming through the radio.
The police station and the fire station were empty.
No, it's okay. Like, I made the choice to go on the train. It wasn't a necessary trip. Like,
Nothing.
I went out, I did it, I took the risk and paid the price.
How did this
But luckily it wasn't much of a price for me. I recognise that I'm very fortunate in that.
No clues to help figure out what's going on. We came up empty.
We sure did.
No, we did get one thing. Look,
We got a peach.
A peach?
yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's,
I stuffed my bag full of them. There's enough to share with everyone.
that's good.
Thanks.
I mean, they're not a particularly durable food source. You know, you're gonna get through those in a day. Obtain peach.
So, what are we supposed to do now?
Eat dinner.
I just want to go home.
I hope there's a home we can go home to.
Yeah. Yeah, for real, like, they have not been eating.
What makes you think Tokyo will be fine?
Good question, Shadow the Hedgehog.
It may be the same as here. Not a person in sight.
No way.
We may be the only ones left. Everybody else might be.
Who knows, but I wouldn't be shocked if it were true.
Hey, it's despair time.
There's that whole meteor thing, too.
Maybe it was the Great King of Terror landing on Earth.
What?
Great King of Terror?
The year 1999, 7th month, from heaven will come a Great King of Terror. To bring back to life the Great King Angelmoi.
Nanny the fuck?
Isn't that from Nostradamus's?
Prophecies, yeah.
We lived through that.
But it's still 1995, right? 1999 isn't for 4 more years.
Maybe the plan got brought forward a bit.
Scheduling conflict.
What plan?
I don't know, some evil organization's plan or something.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but it is a fact that a meteorite struck.
So then you think everyone in Tokyo...
Hey! Don't even say it!
You're just gonna freak everybody out. None of us know what it's like in Tokyo.
This is true.
What's it like in Tokyo, huh? I seriously wonder what's going on in Tokyo.
Everybody's having a blast.
Wait. Don't-
Objection!
We're going to go check.
But without any buses or trains, how?
You're walking across Japan.
You're not seriously thinking of walking?
Yes.
All the way to Tokyo?
Oh, come on! That's impossible!
It's the next Abroad in Japan special. This is Chris Broad's destiny.
From here to Tokyo is 1,200 kilometers, right?
Yeah, but there's no other way.
Better than staying here, that's for sure.
Well, Mo-chan. You can get some exercise, buddy.
Kansai!
True. Staying here is no guarantee of finding help.
Also, what is it with Pai's legs? Like, they appear to be tree trunk thickness compared to literally everybody else's.
Not you too, Nyoro!
Fine, count me in two.
And me. I'll give it my best shot.
I still don't trust Pai.
In case I'll join too!
What about you, Jinu?
When in doubt, take the harder path. It's a line from the Hosekizuka theater troupe.
Yeah, it is a cute design. I agree. Okay. Again, we're talking theatre troupes.
Wait a minute! Have you all gone crazy? I can't do it! There's no way! How can I walk 1,200 kilometers?
Well, the choice is do the walk or stay here and die.
We'll be going through Osaka on the way. There's loads of tasty grub there.
Yeah, all those takoyaki stands that nobody's manning.
I'll go! I am totally going!
Oh, really?
I want to go to Osaka too! I've got like something serious I have to take care of.
So that leaves...
I take my own path. It just so happens it's the same way you're all going.
Oh my god.
Gosh, you're so full of it.
Well, it's set then.
He's like that when we were young festival on legs.
Tokyo or bust! Go-Getters Club!
Hey, hey, oh!
Oh Oh, come on, Anarchy. Join in the group chant. Yeah, he's in full sun mode right now. Oh wait, are we now having our intro FMV? We've been playing this for like over 2 hours. Okay. The quality of the FMV here, like, I don't know if it comes across on the stream, but it's... the resolution and compression are not great. That's just me being a video nerd, but I can't help it. I'm not getting choppiness, but like the... oh, well, actually, yeah, I am a little bit, now I look at it. But it's, yeah, it's just more the, I would have maybe expected this on, like, a system like the 360, where you try and do HD video off a DVD, but still. I suppose that's why we moved to in-engine cutscenes. Okay, so we have act, camp. Oh. Mochan's doing the cooking is probably actually a good idea. I have no options to move or anything, I can just get talk to everyone. Oh, okay. So I can... right, who we can talk to? We might as well start with Edgy the Hedgy here.
The city is huge, but there's no one in sight. It's totally crazy. Let's say there was some kind of natural disaster or war. Then how come we haven't seen a single dead body around?
Good question.
Come to think of it, our homeroom teacher was gone when we woke up in that amusement park.
Your homeroom teacher turns out to be that, Monokuma from Wish.
People just got erased. Why couldn't they have erased me, too?
Oh, come on now. Listen to hybrid theory and everything will be alright. Okay.
We're all taking a trip to Tokyo tomorrow. I can't wait.
Vanilla, it's going to take quite a while to walk over, you know, 1,000 kilometers.
Oh, but then again, we're just trying to get home, so it's not really a journey, is it?
Yes, it is.
Anyway, like, whatever. But before we go to Tokyo, I want to stop in Osaka.
Of course, that's what we planned.
Why? Well, it's a secret.
Okay, that's not helpful at all.
The meteor we saw from the bus. It looked like it fell towards Tokyo. I heard a few dozen meteors hit the Earth every year, but they're really small.
Yep.
But if a meteor that size hit Tokyo, there's no way Tokyo could.
Correct.
But I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Fair. Okay, she's pretty level-headed. Now we have,
Man, I'm missing this week's Electro Rangers. I hope it's recording like it's supposed to.
Hey, that's what's on your mind. Come on.
What's Electro Rangers?
It's the stickers we've been collecting. Come on, man.
Rachel, you don't know the Electro Rangers? Well then, let me tell you.
Oh, are we going to get filled in on Electro Rangers lore?
Electro Rangers is a Sunday morning superhero TV show.
Do you even know what day of the week it is?
5 different colored heroes work together to fight evil. It's for kids, but it's got a powerful underlying philosophical theme. It's groundbreaking, and fans argue endlessly over what genre it is.
I mean, it's a Super Sentai thing, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think the show's been recorded. Like, we established that the power's out.
Oh, that's enough explanation?
Yes.
Well, if we make it back safely, I'll lend you all my copies of Electro Rangers.
But you know this is 1995, so it's going to be like a VHS box set or Laserdisc at the best.
We all got brainwashed back at the theme park, right? Why did this mastermind do that anyway? Was it just so we'd play the game of fate?
For Danganronpa comparisons.
But it was the game itself that fixed the brainwashing. The brainwashing, the fate game, none of this makes sense.
Correct.
You know how I bowled over those monsters before? I don't know what happened.
You turned to stone, my buddy.
I gotta save everyone. And then I felt like I was burning from the inside.
Ah, like the King of Fighters 14 theme tune. I love that. Unironically love it.
Was that the same for
I'm really
you
looking
too,
forward to King of
Rachel?
Fighters 15 next month. I think it's next month.
What's happening to us anyway?
Every chance I will, yeah.
Kind of spicy.
Mutations, mate. Yeah. I think we'll probably be done with Detroit in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, so it should be around the time that,
It must have been rough for someone who can't handle spicy stuff.
it'll be around the time it comes out.
I mean, it's no problem for me, but...
You think so? But I used the mild curry paste.
Chuko's always been a baby about spicy stuff.
I said I'm fine!
I'd say, yeah, that could be a good thing for like a one-off stream. I'd say no one seemed particularly interested in Blue Reflection Second Light, so...
Why were you watching me so close anyway?
'Cause I've seen you pass out even when you eat Star Prince curry.
Star Prince curry?
What? But that curry is famous for being super mild.
That's just a nasty rumor!
Ah, no worries. Like, it's,
I'm totally fine with spicy
to be fair, like, I looked on How Long to Beat, and it's like, they're saying 45 hours. Like, that's a stream, that's like half the year streaming it.
I bathe in chili peppers. I even go to bed hugging a chili pepper.
So like, I'm not sure, because I don't like to abandon games once I've started them on stream, so it would be a big commitment.
X in the sky is. think it's a UFO?
Well, it's a flying object and it's unidentified, so yes, it most definitely is a UFO.
But I've never heard of one shaped like that before. And even if it was a UFO, it's just floating there and no one's coming out of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've got lots of stuff to play this year. Like, I mean, there's Astral Chain is sitting on my shelf. I could do Metroid Dread. I know there's obviously things like Sonic and Sakura Wars and that to go back to, because I've got PS4 Sakura Wars, and, you know, there will always be Sonic to play, so...
So who was behind the Game of Fate anyway? Pi said she forgot, but...
And of course, whatever dodgy PS2 stuff I can find.
But we know one of us is the mastermind, so how is anyone okay with that?
There will always be Sonic. There's a new Sonic game this year.
We can't trust anyone, can we?
Fair.
So, Rachel, is it you?
Nope. Maybe. That'd be a hell of a twist. You play through the whole game and it turns out you're the mastermind. It's definitely an interesting looking game.
Why are we camping here, you ask?
Breath of the Sonic.
Of course I want to get to Tokyo as soon as possible. But after all that's happened, everyone must be really beat, right? Besides, it's dangerous out at night. There are no lights, so it'll be pitch black.
Correct, good big sis.
So I figured we should camp here by the shore, where it seems safer.
Don't know about that, but you know. Right, we've spoken to everyone. But there's a couple of people with exclamation marks above them heads. So let's talk to them again.
So what was that creepy plant anyway? I don't remember reading about anything like that in science class. What must it eat to get that big?
Children.
A mutation? If a company did that to people, they'd be shut down.
Yeah, you definitely want your good Oni-chan.
I drink milk every day, but look at me! Come to think of it, those creepy plants were chomping on mangoes like crazy. Maybe I'll try eating some every day, too.
Okay, we'll do vanilla last.
Don't you think this tent and these food supplies are awesome?
They are. Who put them together?
We found them when we were exploring the area. Kansai's rock team were the ones that got the tent and the cookware. But it was our team that got the actual food and condiments.
Good stuff. Glad none of it was
We
expired.
didn't spot any people, but we found plenty of food supplies. But I made sure to leave a note saying I'll pay you later.
An IOU, of course.
I'm so bored. So bored.
Pochi's got it figured out. And apparently an infinite supply of batteries.
Oh, I've got it!
Tetris.
Hey, Pochi, can you let me play that game?
No.
No way.
What? Why not? Meanie.
Because, it's single player and there's only one save spot.
Ah. It's not Pokemon, but it's something close.
Come on! Just let me play a little!
Did you not bring any other cartridges, my dude?
Oh, I know. If you let me play it, I promise I'll design a special game just for you.
How?
Oh, Rachel Rachel, you didn't know? I'm a genius programmer.
Okay.
A self-proclaimed genius, anyway.
Savage.
I even won the Worldwide Kids Programming Challenge. So, I promise I'll make a game that's way better than what you're playing.
And I shall call it Danganronpa.
Anyway, the answer is no. You can't play.
What? After all that, you won't let me try? Oh, are you playing a pervy game?
Pochi just up with his Senran Kagura. All in here. Right. We have effectively spoken to all of the peoples. Are you sure you want to skip the camp's dialogue? Well, I have spoken to everyone. Like, if I go and speak to anyone else again, it would surely be the same stuff.
What? If you don't...
Yeah. Everyone, I'm done.
What have you got there, Tatsun?
Walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies. I found them in an electrical store in town. If we're going to Tokyo tomorrow, we'd better bring these with us.
Spoken like a true son of Tatsukawa Electronics.
I'm just imagining Pochi being like, yeah, I'm playing Valkyrie Drive, what of it?
Here, Rachel, pass them around. There's one for everybody.
You got my special mouse map.
Why does Rachel get to hand them out? Well, it's 'cause Rachel is sort of the leader of the Go-Getters Club.
Sort of.
Leader? Who decided that?
It just sort of naturally happened.
I said, who decided that, dummy? Yikes! Hey, Rachel! I always wondered something.
Yep.
You're just a transfer student, so how come you act all high and mighty?
Oh, we're the outsider.
He doesn't act like that.
He sure does! I'm the leader of the Go-Getters Club, not some stupid newbie.
Newbie? Wow. It's 2001.
Being a transfer student or new here is irrelevant.
It is relevant! Not knowing someone long enough means you can't trust them. Rachel could even be the one behind the whole game of fate!
I mean, fair.
Huh? How do you figure that?
Just think about it. Rachel was totally clear-headed when the game of fate started. Plus, he's the one that won.
I mean, the other people that were clear-headed were Vanilla and Pochi.
Rachel must have planned it all. It was all just a plot to oust me as group leader.
Good face.
Don't play dumb. I'm just being real here. Hey, Pie. Rachel is the one behind the game of fate, right?
Pi doesn't know.
Could be. On the other hand, maybe not, though.
Am I, yeah, we need the Rina-chan board from Love Live Niji Kasaki.
Hey, Kansai. You need to chill out.
Here, I've got this bag with some little green stuff in it.
Now's not the time to go looking for the culprit behind all this.
Exactly. Especially since we've just decided to head back to Tokyo.
You start down that road, and suddenly, everyone starts looking suspicious.
Yeah, for sure. I've got to agree. In episode 32 of Electro Rangers,
God.
everyone's distrust caused dark energy to power up the evil monster and...
It's like Ghostbusters 2 all over again.
Anyway, even if the mastermind is here, getting them riled up isn't the best way to go.
Yeah, probably best not to look into it for everyone's safety, too.
Got it. Fine then. I'll leave it at that. Just don't forget that I'm the leader of the Go-Getters Club. I'm the real leader, and this badge here proves it.
Does it?
Huh? A badge by itself doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, just ask Phoenix Wright. All the people he's proudly shown his badge to.
Does too! Only true leaders can wear it. It's the real deal!
Of course, yeah. That's quite the look. To say bug's wings, like owl eyebrows. Whoa.
Hey! Are you listening to me, Rachel?
Excuse him, what?
Anyway, what is that thing?
Really effective viral Xbox marketing.
A new kind of airship or something?
No, I don't think so. It's...
What the hell are you talking about?
Huh? Why are you staring at the ocean like that anyway?
Who? Could it be?
Could it be?
None of the others?
Can see what we do.
Intrigue. So we have act, camp, story.
That's what I've been saying the whole time! Fukuoka's the busiest freaking place in Kyushu! If we go there, we'll definitely find somebody!
Hold on. I thought you were no good at social studies.
Hey! Even I know about Fukuoka!
Didn't you know it has?
Because they got a baseball team.
Oh, well, yeah.
I told you, Kansai. Our goal is Tokyo. The best way is to go to Oita, then over the water to Ehime, and across Shikoku.
How are you getting over the water?
Going to Fukuoka would be way out of our way.
I totally agree. But our goal isn't just to go back to Tokyo. Our goal is to figure out what happened to Tokyo.
This is...
Right. Now that I think about it, we don't really need to walk all the way back to Tokyo.
Well, you kind of do.
If we find an adult somewhere, we can have them take care of us.
Then we'll find out what happened to Tokyo, too.
I would not pin your hopes on finding any people.
I'm sure the police or the defense force or whatever would take us back to Tokyo.
They're all gone.
So the first thing we gotta do is find an adult. That's why we should head to Fukuoka.
But even if we do go to Fukuoka, it doesn't mean we'll find an adult.
Correct. Yeah, battery-powered boats.
But there's a good chance, right? Better than
need-
going to Oita. It's way out in the boonies. Whoa!
Are we gonna get some local knowledge from Pi?
Oh, that's right. You're from Oita, Pi.
Yeah, and for your info, Oita City is pretty trendy, being the capital of Oita Prefecture.
I mean... Everyone doubted that.
We even have lots of traffic lights.
Just gonna let that one hang there, I think.
Hey! Those of you for Oita, say something!
Wow. Aiden just showing up.
Sorry, Pi. I can't lie to myself.
Well, it's decided then.
Yay! We're going to Fukuoka!
Wait, that's not what I'm saying either.
I'm for the short route through Oita because I hate walking.
But Fukuoka's got udon, motsunabe, and spicy kagro!
Don't forget about tonkotsu ramen!
Oh, now that is convincing.
Okay, it's settled then. Oita it is! Tonkotsu ramen is my least favorite food in the whole world.
What? Mo-chan, you've been demoted again.
I really want to go to Oita too. They're famous for hot springs. And I want my skin to get nice and soft.
Famous for hot springs. Again, Japanese tourism board.
Why Oita?
I said I hate the smell of tonkotsu pork broth!
Well, hot springs stink bad too.
All that lovely, lovely sulphurous smell.
Whoa! You're dissing Oita again!
Yeah, fair.
Don't you guys want to see the Fukuoka Dome?
Who knows if it's even still there, man?
The only dome I want to see is the lava dome on Mount Takasaki.
There's a famous video game company in Fukuoka.
It is there?
What's that got to do with anything?
Right. Better chance of finding an adult.
So what about you, Rachel?
Which way do you think we should go?
Which way do we go? Where do we go now? Right. I don't believe... Yeah, I don't believe that we're going to find any adults. And frankly, as much as we've got Mo-chan and Pi in this group, we do also have Genu. So yeah, we're definitely going Oita.
Oita?
Hold on, are you serious?
Yep.
Hooray! Rachel's on our side!
It's not that I'm on your side, I just think that it's the better option.
Thanks, Rachel!
It's set then. Huh? How'd you figure?
Oh yeah. We haven't heard from Pochi yet.
Who? Me?
Pochi, you're definitely going to choose Fukuoka. I mean, Fukuoka is a beautiful city for adults.
Okay.
So, You know what I mean, right?
What?
Come on, let's go together, Pochi.
This is uncomfortable. Yeah. It's fine. You've got your waifus, you don't need the 3D seductress here.
Okay, I choose Fukuoka.
Oh, Pochi.
Okay, so that decides it. No point in arguing over it now.
Aren't you guys forgetting someone?
Aniki.
I thought you were going to go your own way.
Yeah, I was. But then I changed my mind.
Oh, good.
My choice is
Oita.
one vote for Oita.
Big bro!
Aniki is, like, he's okay. We've,
You're amazing, Aniki. You totally get it.
Pochi just got a bit of a downgrade here, so, yeah. Anyway, how's it going, Deacon?
I didn't choose Oita because you want to go there or anything.
Oh my god! That's the... He said the thing!
Oh, I get it now.
Wait, what am I missing?
Subtext, Tatsun.
What is it?
For crying out loud. Boys are so dumb.
I mean, yes, we are.
Huh? Huh?
Well then, things are even now.
We'll never reach a decision.
But I just cast a deciding vote.
Well then, so be it. We'll just have to split up.
What?
We're gonna go to Fukuoka no matter what. So you guys do whatever you want. No biggie to me.
But...
Not long what we got from a nap. Nice.
See ya.
Hey, wait! Kansai!
Kansai, no. Pochi, are you really gonna... God damn it.
Nyoro! Tatsun! Pochi, not you too! Please! Wait!
I can't believe he was whiled away by Nyoro's womanly charms.
they all went.
And now I'm left with Mo-chan.
There was no way to stop them.
They'll call us by walkie-talkie before you know it. They'll be like, oh, we were just worried about you, or some crap like that.
My god. You're projecting so hard, Anarchy. You're projecting so hard you could be a cinema.
Well, we'd better get going too. Destination Oita. Let's go.
Well, that was consequential. Yes. So now we have, I like the things on the map showing you, again, you know, Japan National Tourist Organization designated talking points.
Time to get here.
Yeah, it took way longer than we planned.
It's all your fault, Mo-chan.
Wow.
Any little smell along the way, and you got sidetracked.
Sorry.
I mean, fair. He does do that.
You don't have to apologize, Mo-chan.
And you're the slowest walker ever. What have you got in your backpack anyway?
Lots of useful supplies by the look of it.
Not much. Scones, Don Tacos, Porinki, then some Caramucho and Supamucho.
Exactly.
That's all junk food.
Not all of it. I've got some peaches I found in Kagoshima.
Which will be rotten now that you've walked however many miles that is.
They've got to be rotten by now.
Yes.
Throw them away.
Oh, come on.
Ah, Rachel with good face.
I'm really sorry, everyone. I know I'm always bragging you down.
Bragging you down?
You mean dragging you down, idiot.
Stewed mutton with thick broth.
Really big, yeah.
You're a serious pain in our butt.
Yeah, he was better, and now he's being...
You are not a pain in our butt, Mochan.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Jess is playing Animal Crossing.
Totally.
Our collective butt. Our uni butt.
Thanks, everyone.
I mean, we should be better with this dude, given that he can turn to stone.
Kansai, Chuko, Nyoro, Tatsun, and Pochi. Huh? I wonder what they're up to.
Getting led astray.
It's been a while since we split up. And we still haven't heard from them.
Well, you've got a radio, fucking call them.
These walkie-talkies only have a range of a few kilometers at most.
Oh, well.
If they keep heading towards Fukuoka, there's no chance we'll be able to talk to them.
I couldn't give a crap about them anyway.
Oh, Anarchy, please.
They can all go get lost in the woods for all I care.
What, like you?
Aniki, why are you so nasty?
One butt for the people.
Even if you are tired,
The
don't
national
take it out
butt.
on others. Soon all that nastiness is going to melt right out of you. We're almost at the Beppu Hot Springs.
United ass. Oh yes, the Beppu Hot Springs, of course.
The city
Yeah.
looks the same.
Gotta take about 20% off the sun there, bud.
Not a single person around.
Maybe everyone was eaten up by those huge plants we saw in Kagoshima.
Bro!
Could you be any more insensitive?
I mean, to be fair, those plants are pretty deadly.
You know Pai was born and raised here, right?
What? Really? I knew she was from Oita Prefecture, but I didn't know it was this city. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Is it really?
It's definitely a big shock to see the city I was born in looking like this. But all my family is in Tokyo.
Oh,
well.
Really?
But even Tokyo, the truth is, we don't know how things are there either.
Truth.
Anyway, let's keep looking.
He will be in the next 5 minutes, yes. Absolutely. Got much planned for the weekend, Deacon?
Forget what I said before. There might still be people around here after all.
I was gonna say, yeah, like...
Yeah, that's right.
I was gonna say something mean about Harlow and brutalist architecture, but actually we have a lot of green space built into the town.
Then, let's split up into 3 teams, like before.
I mean, I live on the doorstep of the town park, so...
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
Right. We have 3 teams now.
Rachel and I will be in the rock team.
Oh, God.
Jennu and I are in scissors.
Big Bro and I will be paper.
Okay.
Any objections? Aniki?
Not in the slightest.
Leave Big Bro to me. I'll take good care of him.
All right, let's get moving.
How?
Use the walkie-talkies if you guys find anything.
Got it.
How have these guys never seen a horror film? They don't know about the dangers of splitting up.
Let's go, Rachel. Where should we start?
Probably over there. Oh, yeah. Nah, I get that.
Was that high? Let's go!
I've been doing not so glamorous stuff myself, like, did a big
Rachel,
PC backup
watch out.
recently.
We've got trouble.
What happened?
Look over there.
What?
Somebody stop it!
Huh? What? What the heck is that?
It's probably its mother.
Cooked a pie this week. Welcome on in, Shibuya. How's it going?
It's a giant California roll!
No, what? Mo-chan, no.
It's a roly-poly. No doubt about it.
But why is it so big?
Why have you picked it up, given how dangerous the parent appears
It must
to be?
like the giant plants in Kagoshima. Some kind of mutation.
But why did it take pie?
Well, when I found it, I got super excited.
How you been, Shibuya?
So I was poking it and rolling it around, and that must have made the mom mad.
Jennu? Yes, Friday good. What's your plans for the weekend?
I think it might actually be a dad.
Who cares? The important thing is that pie got caught by it!
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm so dizzy!
Fair.
What do I do?
What can we do? We have to try to stop it. If the 3 of us work together, we can do it.
Mo-chan turns into a rock. Ah, KFC?
Let's go!
Not being at work, video games, all sounds good to me. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week, thank you.
Mo-chan, you...
Sorry!
I say, I think this will lead to the kids unlocking more powers. Yeah, I finished off my stuff for issue 230.
Can't move!
Yeah. I have the new Pokemons to play, but I haven't played it yet because I just downloaded it before the stream.
But I can't!
Mo-chan, you can absolutely do something.
You're a coward just like always, Mo-chan!
A hero is someone that saves his friends, no matter how dangerous it is.
Are we gonna...
Oh! I know! Maybe...
Okay, I like his little determined eyebrows. That's kind of cute. There we go. Yeah, get in the way. Stop the thing. We have lost Pi.
Huh?
Team Pi is blasting off again.
You rammed into her so hard, she went flying.
Oh no!
Anyway, what happened just now?
Mo-chan redemption arc? Maybe.
It looked like your body turned hard, like iron.
Oh no.
Well, the same kind of thing happened in Kagoshima.
Yeah.
Just got mowed down.
Rachel used some kind of strange power too.
Yeah, we need the, I need the Yabe, thing. This game, right?
Anyway, it's Pi that we need to worry about right now.
Correct.
What if we run into more of those roly-polies?
It'll be okay. With
Yes.
your powers, I think we'll be all right.
Powers?
Yeah. Rachel's.
Oh yeah, you said yesterday about wanting Curse You Birds. I can give you the sound file for that if you want.
I don't know if I can do it.
I know you can. There's a saying in the Hosekizuka troupe.
Of
Where
course.
there's a will, there's a way.
Is that exclusive to your theatre troupe there?
Not terribly original.
Anyways, let's get going. We've got a bug to chase.
A lot of your standard jokes are off limits to this whole game. Yeah, sure.
The roly-poly that has Pi went rolling down that way.
Got it. Let's go.
Let's go. It's a bridge.
Oh!
Oh, there it is.
This one is different from the one that rolled away with Pi.
Yeah, it's different color for a start.
Rachel, leave it to me.
Mo-chan.
Okay.
Let's go. I'll beat him up.
No, you will sit there. Man of Steel, Iron Chef. See, when it says chef, initially the character I had him pegged as was Teru from Danganronpa 2. He is at least not that perv. Shibuya, this game, I think it was released last year. Blast through enemies and obstacles with his hardened body. Wait, in the river you go. Okay, that's pretty fun.
What's the deal with this power anyway?
And Rachel's throwing ability, too.
Yeah, what's your power, Jennu?
Whatever the deal is, we need both of your powers.
Correct.
You're going to have to get us through this.
Got it. Leave it to me.
And don't worry if you get stuck in your iron form. I know a manager of a bowling alley.
I'd rather not imagine that. I'll do my best.
Yes, I'm interested in what sort of big sister powers she can possess.
Can I?
He is drowning chonky bugs. Good job, kid from Up. I have never seen Up. No, I wanted that to stay on the thing, physics engine. Should that not balance out? Oh, I suppose we need to... There we go. Can I pull that? I can. That's good.
Woohoo!
Now we go forward. Good job. Yeah. Wow. Mechanically, this does have some jank going on. Loving the utility poles and bridges. Yeah, it's definitely nice to look at. Like, considering that it was originally released on like iOS as well. So you'll follow me this way, but you won't follow me this way. Well, I hope you guys can teleport.
It's Pie! Let's hurry after her.
Yeah, it was on Apple Arcade before it was on Switch, but the iOS version wasn't, like, complete.
What do I do?
Woohoo!
Oh, they're coming out of the... Can never find... Okay. I did try to transform back. Yeah, it's there's some good stuff on Apple Arcade I've heard, like Choo Choo Rocket, whatever the sequel was supposed to be good. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Right, let's go down here, see what happens. There's nothing to be found down there. That's what, 3 game overs in the space of 2 minutes? I'm doing well. Wait a damn minute. Okay, that is bullshit. Oh, no. Yeah. Mojang getting a home simulator. Right? Haha. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Buffoonish roly-poly. I would like to be able to roll uphill, thanks. Can we not, like, spin dash? requires some actual jump. Whee! Off it goes. There we go. I'm liking this music. Okay. Oh, hot springs, of course. It's dangerous to touch, so steer clear. I am made of metal, so it's fine. It's playing by Sonic 1 rules. Yeah. The best rules.
Let's hurry!
Okay.
No! What do I do?
Be careful. Spike. Sonic 1, I still contend, is like better than Sonic 2. Don't even at me. Oh, okay. That's what we're gonna do. Electro Ranger Blue. Yeah, genuinely I do think Sonic 1 is better than Sonic 2. You'd be surprised, like, I say this on Twitter and people go banana. Oh, I thought I could get over there. I could not. People act as if I'm being deliberately contrarian, but... There we go. No, I mean... I understand, to some extent, why people think 2 is better. It's just that they're wrong.
Yeah!
Bonk. Bonk. Do I think it's better than Sonic 3 as a standalone game? Sonic 3 and Knuckles, no. But Sonic 3 is a standalone game? I played through Sonic 3 on its own last year.
If we didn't have his power, we couldn't have gotten this far.
True.
Thank you, Mochan. Thanks from the
the very top of my heart.
Nobody in this game knows sayings.
Come on, it's no big deal.
And it's not the top of your heart, it's the bottom.
Oh! That reminds me! I picked this up along the way.
What'd you pick up?
Hey, is that a cell phone?
Wow. Can you charge it? The power's out.
I've never seen one of these before.
Don't your parents have one?
No. They always say, who needs a cell phone when you can just use a payphone?
Same here. So I've actually never used one. Rachel, any idea how to use this?
No one knows how to use a mobile. Oh god.
Oh, then we better not touch it too much.
Raising.
If we break it, we'll be right back where we started.
I think we're gonna knock that precarious pile of rocks on top of it.
Everybody, run for it!
Maybe not. Wallop. Mama is pissed.
No.
Can I?
Hey! Oh. Women too interesting. Yes. Okay, so we backtrack. You gonna come rolling at us? Apparently not. There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's you can tell this is from people who don't typically make action games. Oh. Okay. Come on. Oi! Off you go. Should be all right. Should be fine. We're out of the cave.
Thank you so much, Rachel, Jennu, Mochan.
Oh, Blomby? There's no Blomby car. But
I'll be telling this story to my great-grandchildren.
I do prefer the look of Sonic in 1 and 2 to
You guys are always saving me.
the Sonic 3
It's
sprites.
the least I could do. And besides, I'm the one that should be thankful.
Huh? Me? What did I do?
Well, I always cause problems. But you guys showed me even I can be useful.
Do I like where this is going?
This guy.
Ah, you're so adorable, Mochan.
I wouldn't go that far. No. Are you gonna...
Aw, shucks!
No, don't poke him.
You're making me blush!
Oh, it's Rachel and the others!
He sure is. He sure is.
Sorry. I got whisked away by a roly-poly.
Huh?
First amnesia, and then hallucinations. What next?
Received a cease and desist from Pillsbury Dope. Oh man. Speaking of cease and desist, do you guys see what's going on with Japanese copyright holders and YouTube? Jeez.
It's a long story.
Playing on the main Sonic topic, Knuckles. Yes, I was playing as Knuckles. I had to replace something in the Sonic feature that I did for this issue. So I had to replace Sonic CD with Sonic Drift 2. I was like, who am I going to play as? I'm going to play as Knuckles.
We can explain later.
Sure, you can explain while we're soaking in the hot spring.
So basically, Japanese copyright holders have been issuing mass takedowns of things that are perfectly legal under fair use in the US or in the UK, and essentially issuing Japanese legal threats because the videos are available in Japan. The problem is, YouTube doesn't give creators,
Famous for its hot springs.
most creators, the option to geo-block videos
Too bad we couldn't find any people.
to protect themselves from this sort of nonsense, because Japan basically doesn't have fair use as a concept in copyright.
We're going in there?
So, basically, anime YouTube is under major threat.
No, you goofball! Not all of us together!
Boys and girls will be separated, of course.
Of course.
Well, if that's the case,
Yay! I'm all for it. Since we're here, I want everyone to at least try my hometown's hot springs.
Well, we're all worn out from walking.
Yeah, a good soak should help our sore muscles.
okay then. What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Hi. I'll scrub your back.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, Rachel. You were just thinking about us in the hot spring, weren't you?
Yep, here comes the Hot Springs episode. We did actually choose this. Oh, he's got his embarrassed face on.
Jeez, Rachel. Don't be so crude.
Yeah, be more like Shins from Sakura Wars, who definitely didn't go anywhere near any hot springs ever.
Well, anyway,
Didn't get to see no birthmarks.
Now show us that secret hot spring.
Yeah! Hot springs!
Hot springs! Hot springs!
It is.
Hot springs! Hot springs! Oh, yeah!
Well, the problem is, you can't enforce your country's laws outside of their jurisdiction, but because the video is available in Japan, essentially you are crossing into their jurisdiction. The amount that they would get from you is not worth pursuing an overseas legal action, but it does cause problems for creators who can perfectly within the bounds of the law have their stuff targeted for takedowns.
Hey, I got a simple question. This is a hot spring town, and there's plenty of places to stay.
Correct.
So why the hell are we camping outside?
Good question.
Well, after we went in the hot spring, we checked out the inn. But it was all dusty and moldy, like it hadn't been cleaned in a long time. So we figured sleeping outside would actually be better. And besides, instead of splitting up into separate rooms, isn't it more fun
Yeah.
to have everybody together?
Oh yeah, but it's absolutely awful, and all it would take is for YouTube to just allow creators to geo-block.
I think you're right.
If if they choose to do so. Currently it's only available to very large copyright holders.
As for me, I don't like dust either.
I would prefer that things be available worldwide, of course, but if it's that or getting legal threats from big corporations, yeah. Actually, you can't really listen to Hybrid Theory, given that it's 1995. What would he have been listening to? Korn?
Hey, Rachel, have you ever been to Osaka? Nope. Me neither.
I've never been to Osaka, but I have played Yakuza 2.
I wonder what it's like. I heard it's like a foreign country, and they can't even understand people from Tokyo.
Oh yeah, good old Kansai Ben.
And everyone there sounds like they're doing stand-up
God.
comedy.
Weezer. Everybody says sound like things. Oh,
And
God.
there's a law that if you double dip in the kushikatsu sauce, they'll execute you.
Excuse me?
I told you before I want to go to Osaka, right? There's someone there I just gotta see.
Of course. She wants to meet Osaka from Azumanga Daioh. The Offspring were around in the 90s, yeah? I could see Anarchy blasting Self-Esteem on repeat.
You're jealous? Don't worry, it's not like that.
Yeah, Self-Esteem was on Smash, so that would have been fine.
It's been so long since I came here. So many memories. All those times soaking in the hot springs. Or hitting up my favorite fried chicken places.
Fried chicken. I might have some KFC after this stream.
Oh, and Oita schools have tons of field trips too.
Mostly to fields. No Offspring, no Pennywise, no FX. Boom!
There's the spring welcome field trip, the fall work hard field trip, and the end of the year farewell field trip. In the work hard trip, the third graders have to walk 10 kilometers. I moved to Tokyo after that, so that's the longest I ever walked.
Oh man.
But the older kids have to walk 20 kilometers in elementary school. Can you believe it?
God, that's a lot. I was going to say, I do not have the fellow AEW enjoyers here.
Strong legs.
Boom made me think of Adam Cole and the match that he had on Wednesday night with Orange Cassidy.
I walked a lot today, but I used to walk a lot back then too.
He literally got hugged to finish the match.
First, a monster plant, and then a monster roly-poly? And you said you were attacked by a giant monster in Kagoshima, right?
Yep.
Have monsters taken over the world?
Yes, and they're called the Tories.
Do you think humans are... No, we can't give up hope. Anyway, let's head home. First things first.
Ah, dear.
I wonder how Nyoro's doing.
I'd be more concerned about Pochi there, mate. Right, like, I should be writing for Private Eye.
Rachel! I didn't notice you!
Actually, I should, I have, stuff for Edge that I need to do next week.
Well, I kinda miss the Fukuoka group. Not just Nyoro, but Kansai and Shuko too!
I think the thing that annoys me about Mo-chan is that he sounds a bit like Tails, but it's not as capable as Tails.
My family in Oita belongs to an ancient line of Shinto priests. I don't know much, but I guess their shrine is really, really ancient.
Maybe.
My dad is the second son, so his older brother took the role as
Tails
head
from Sonic
priest.
Forces. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, practically nobody is capable in that game, certainly not Infinite.
Dad didn't have much to do with the shrine, so we moved to Tokyo when I was young. Maybe it's because of my DNA, but I've got a kind of sixth sense. I can see things normal people can't.
Is that a sixth sense, or is that hallucinations?
Ghosts and people's auras too.
Right.
Oh, I'm so glad. I knew you'd believe me, Rachel. And the thing is...
My favourite thing about that is what they wanted to do to Sonic in the early drafts of the script for that. I don't know how much I can say about that.
Spotted any ghosts in town here? So maybe that means everyone's safe.
Right then, everyone talks to.
Why the long face, Jennu?
Well,
I was drawn that way.
Aniki, did you enjoy the hot springs?
Yeah, I don't like that, Deacon. Absolutely. Originally, Sonic being forced to moderate a Sonic Discord server. Oh god, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's really tickled me.
No answer means you must be feeling the same way. Like something is missing, right?
Yeah, Pochi.
Kansai, Shuko, Nyoro, Tatsun, and Pochi. Together, we're the Go-Getters Club. But if just one of us is missing, we're not the Go-Getters Club anymore.
No, we're like a sub-unit of the Go-Getters Club. God, imagine having to moderate Sonic Retro. I don't know how Overlord does it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I do know how he does it. Like, he uses his mouse and a keyboard, but...
Mo-chan.
Even though I'm always getting teased by everyone.
Yeah, it's not great.
Without that teasing, I feel somehow lonely. It's kind of like spicy Karamucho chips without the spice.
You're missing getting bullied. Mo-chan, I think they call that Stockholm Syndrome, mate.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean.
You want to go to Fukuoka?
Carrying this story like he's carrying that backpack.
Knowing how fast they walk, they'd be way past Fukuoka by now.
Yes, definitely deserves better friends.
But that's if there isn't anybody in Fukuoka, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Kansai, Chuko, Nyoro, Tatsun, Hochi. Can you hear me? We're crossing over to Shikoku. We'll be arriving in Ehime first. So, if you guys can hear this...
Yeah.
Then you guys should also.
Pig bro.
Those walkie-talkies only have a range of a few kilometers at most.
I'm thinking specifically of Hifumi from Danganronpa 1 now.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I should be going to Hyper Japan. Like, I don't know in what capacity I will be attending Hyper Japan yet. Like, because whenever there's a convention, I could be going for reasons of enjoyment or work or assistance. We don't know.
Tatsun mentioned it.
But yes, I do plan to go to Hyper Japan.
Our walkie-talkies also work on a shortwave band.
So what?
Shortwave EM waves can reflect off the Earth's ionosphere and travel over a long distance.
We've only just...
So that means...
The Fukuoka group might have heard what Aniki said.
Well, if we're lucky, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's always, yeah, it has been a long time.
That means there's a chance that we'll see the others again.
I said, it depends on how lucky we are. Walkie-talkies aren't cell phones.
We have a cell phone.
Cell? Phone?
Oh, I totally forgot something really important. Pi found this.
Wow! A real cell phone!
Of course you'd be into the phone, Vanilla.
Do you know how to use it, Aniki?
Yeah. Let me see.
Who are we gonna call?
Oh! It's still working!
Wow.
But the battery's almost dead.
Well then...
Call the police! Dial 110!
Ghostbusters. Well, I mean, that would be the obvious choice. But Pi's told us we don't have any ghosts.
Wait. What the...
Huh?
Let me just check something. What year is it?
Call Pizza Hut. Yeah?
Why are you asking that?
Just tell me.
It should be 1995,
95.
right?
Right. But why does it show...
What?
No way!
19
my god, it's the future! Oh, they've travelled from a time when England didn't go out of the Euro 96 semi-finals on penalties to Germany to a time when they have. God, just think, Pokemon's been out for months by now. Theoretically. So anticlimactic. Well. That's gonna do it for tonight's stream, because it is 10:05. I need to go eat some dinner. Thank you all for coming along. It's been fun having you join me for this increasingly bizarre game. So I hope you all have good weekends. On Tuesday we are back with more Detroit Become a Man, and then next Friday more of whatever this is. But yeah, thank you guys for coming along. First non-dressing gown stream in a while. I am wearing this lovely Judas Priest shirt, which is in fact an Arrested Development shirt. Featherless biped, yes. Yeah, plucked a chicken. Behold a man. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys all for coming along. It's been lovely to have you, and yes, I shall hopefully see you guys next week. Until then, take care. Love ya. Bye.